Hello everyone, it's Jessie from Omnibuild, and I am so excited. You get to see this beautiful house, the Mountain Farm home, which we are so proud of. And I'm also going to share with you about the Omnibuild Selections Team, the people that walk you through the whole process from the beginning to the end when you're walking in your house, and they help you make all of the decisions. And we're so excited to offer this to our clients because building a house is a lot of decisions. There's no way around that. It's the truth about building a home. And so many homeowners, they feel daunted by this enormous list of things that they have to decide. And that's where the Omnibuild Selections Team comes in. We have a unique process that we have broken up home building into 3 phases so that then we can walk you through only the decisions that you need to make when you need to make them. And we do that all along the way. And the very first phase is phase 1. And this is the phase that's from the time that you've signed your contract with us all the way through foundation completion. That is when you need to make decisions about things that affect the framing of your house. This is the structure, the lumber that makes up your house. And our framing crew, they need to know important things because they want to make sure they frame it properly. And so one of the things that you'll need to know early on are your exterior doors and your windows. Such a beautiful part of your home. It's what brings the light in. It's what gives your home character. It can define the style of your home. Is it modern? Is it a country type home? Is it a mix like this Mountain Farm home? Another thing you'll be picking out early on is your roof. Do you want metal or do you want shingle? And this can be a big budget factor. A shingle roof can actually be about half the price of a standing seam metal roof. That's an important thing for you to pick out because as soon as the house is framed, pretty much your roof goes on right away. Another thing that's important to pick early on, which you might not think about, is the flooring type because of how thick each of the types of floors are. Hardwoods are about 3/4 of an inch thick, tile about the same. Flooring that's called luxury vinyl is about 1/4 of an inch thick. And so when your framers are putting the house together, they need to know what thickness the floor is going to be so that things like doors can open properly, stairs can finish or start properly. And so you won't be deciding the color of your tile or your hardwood, but you will be deciding that you want tile or hardwood very early on. Finally, you'll also be thinking about your preliminary kitchen design, not your final kitchen design, but your preliminary. Where do you want your stove? Where do you want your refrigerator? Because as soon as framing is finished, then our electricians and our plumbers will come in and start putting the plumbing and the electric where it needs to be for your appliances, for your sink. We are helping you know about numbers, like how much is this roof versus that roof? How much is this siding? This home that you're going to see has beautiful hemlock siding. Through the whole phase 1 and through the whole rest of the build, the Omnibuild Selections Team is there walking you through every step so that you make the decisions you want. So it's a fun, easy process. After you've decided a lot of the things that involve what we need to know when we build that skeleton of your house, which is called framing your house, now you get to decide things that are when you really start to see what your house is going to look like. One thing that you're going to decide is your wall covering. And this beautiful home has hemlock inside, just like they have hemlock siding outside. You might choose in your home to have drywall. And in fact, in this house, they decided on one drywall accent wall that really makes the hemlock really pop because it's in comparison to this beautiful drywall covered with this beautiful wall covering. Another decision is where do you want your lights to go? Lighting is such an essential part of how a house feels. Do you want overhead lighting? Do you want mostly lamps? Do you want sconces, which are the lights that go on the wall? You also might want a chandelier over your dining room table. In this kitchen, they also had extra lights called mono points that are above the kitchen that shine light down. You might be thinking, well, gosh, why do I have to decide lighting so early? There's barely anything of my house built. Well, that is because right after framing is done, our electricians are going to start putting all the wires in the house, and they have to know where you want what light so they can put the wires in the right place. And this particular house has a super cool floating vanity in their guest rooms especially. It's really neat because as a guest you come in and even underneath they have under vanity lighting, which is a very cool touch. By that second phase, you're starting to decide the things that are going to affect the way you live inside your house. So phase 2, it starts getting very excited. And then we move into phase 3. So now that you have gone through phase 1 and phase 2, Now you get to do the most exciting part, which is phase 3. And this is where you get to decide how your house actually looks. So earlier on, you decided, I'd like hardwoods, or I would like tile. This is when you get to pick, what hardwood do you want? What color tile do you want? Even the ceiling. Above me, you'll see this beautiful white oak. The same white oak that's on the floor is on the ceiling. They decided to do both because it was so beautiful. And so you'll decide, do you want drywall in some places? What paint color do you want? Early on, you decided where you want lights. I'd like a chandelier here. I'd like a wall sconce here. In this phase, you get to actually decide your light fixtures. Do you want really modern ones, or do you want really ornate, elegant ones? And so this is the cool time where you get to put your personality into your house. And we can, again, make sample boards for you so you can see, well, I kind of like this color, or I like that color. Anything that you need that helps you feel like you're getting the support to make these decisions. And so these are all the details that make your house feel like it feels. At Omnibuild, we are so excited that we have this selections team, because building a house is a lot of decisions, and we don't want our clients to feel that decision fatigue. We don't want them to feel tired, overwhelmed, stressed out. We want you to feel like this is the coolest thing you've ever done in your life, that you got to build a super cool house and you got to enjoy the process the whole way. That's what the Omnibuild Selections team is about, is making this a fun process for you, that you don't feel like, gosh, how am I gonna make all these decisions? You're gonna make them one decision at a time, and we're gonna be with our clients every step of the way.